Operation. So, Honorable Briggs, the press.
So thank you again. Thank you to the Fourth Estate for always helping to enhance our job, because whatever we do is we count on to flag off the issues. We did a communication to plenary. We said thank you to the speaker, the leadership, and our colleagues for always attaching importance to these issues that affect the Liberian people. I always say this: we don't work for ourselves, we work for the Liberian people, and issue of concern to the Liberian people must be our concern. We did a communication because there have been alarming issues. The Liberian people are very concerned about this drugs issue. I must say, the government of Liberia, our partners, and even the DA, and even the House of Representatives, we all have done well by coming up with good laws and also supporting the LDA to get to where it is today. They have been doing a very good job, and we pray that they will continue to do the good thing they have started. But if it becomes something that is alarming, we must bring it out to plenary. I think a few days, 19 million worth of drugs was being seized at the airport through a joint security operation. And the most alarming part of this issue is the drugs was being packaged and ready for cargo on SN Brussels. So if you like one of my colleagues said, the issue of packaging, I just imagine when you're traveling, you take your time and pack your things. So it's a process. I don't require your children to help you put your bag together to do this. So it's involved a lot of people. And maybe even the suitcase when you pack it in your clothes stays to your house. So we may have a room filled again with drugs sitting somewhere. And for the LDA, more than 72 hours to stay calm and be conceiving the name of those people and the people they are arrested is alarming. It's careful. Because right now, when we sit, a lot of people helping us with the issue. You saw the American Embassy, the donation to LDA. The House of Representatives have been trying very hard to increase the budget. 15 or how many pickups were given to them. This one, you don't want anybody to think we are conceiving information, especially what was going to happen if the trust were going to leave for Liberia and maybe be sent to Brussels and is arrested there. Liberia are going to be in the news for the wrong thing. So why will you come to the public and conceive the name when other people were arrested with even 1 grand, with people even selling it, the little one is selling all in the corner, arrested place in pickup. A few days ago, just saw 2 guys in pickup. Fine. And you take a whole consignment that will even collapse our whole country and you conceive in the name. But thank you to plenary. I wish that we are going to be stating to plenary up there now, waiting for them to come. People and publish it, that the Liberian people will know who are those people that are endangering our country, the lives of our young people. But again, plenary want us to do it Tuesday. We pray that the whole thing will be resolved and the people will be arrested, placed behind bar, investigated, and punished like other people. The law cannot be selective.
All right. Yeah. So, colleagues, I think we'll take only 5 questions due to the time. I think the communication is self-explanatory. So, Honorable,
Alena, you want to let another apologize?
Pocket Raw also for $40 LD drugs.
2 females that day for yesterday.
He was put in pocket and taking. The reason why I'm stressing this is because the law is not a respecter of persons. If it happened to John today, it might affect Paul, irrespective of what a crime has been committed. So for the LDA to still be saying up to this time they cannot reveal the names of those persons. Mr. Speaker, what is worrisome? Honorable Speaker said it. Honorable Speaker said it. That usually drugs coming in, they were arrested, and most times the drugs are
brought to compromise and it is dangerous, it is wrong. We're not going to tolerate that.
Lastly, from my end, we want to know, you are sending a strong caveat out to the government. We want to know in the next 72 hours.
And guilty of the very crime that they say they are engaged into. Then they are reprehensible. Then they'll be irresponsible. Because it may not. That's not ordinary. We are asking the government 3 billion plus, that's not ordinary money. And that's small money. If the DEA cannot disclose publicly, cannot publish the names of those who are engaged, you call suspect. They are not suspect. They are agents of the government. Terrible information in our domain suggests that those elements who were arrested are pro-regime elements. They are regime collaborators, they are regime elements, and they are regime operatives. They work at the whims and caprices of the system and of the regime. So they must tell us who sent them. The reason why they cannot be made public because they are trying to compromise those elements, the suspects. Be taken because our country now is a very serious state. A certain government is now in partnership with a drug cartel and trying to tomorrow, we can say you know what I feel? You know what I feel? But you don't know. Why is that doing?
Thought on the issue of the threshold bill that was passed recently, and then a motion of reconsideration was taken by one of our colleagues, which sparked heated debate around here. You know, on the 9th of December 2025, the House of Representatives passed on this bill and sent it to the Senate for concurrence. This bill was crafted following the submission of the 2022 census result, which puts Liberia's population at around 5.2 million plus. And this submission was done to satisfy the constitutional requirements that are enshrined in Articles 80D and 80E. In 80D, it says each constituency shall have an approximately equal population of 20,000 or such number of citizens as the legislature shall prescribe in keeping with population growth, a movement as reviewed by the National Census.
It's McGill Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker.
The example of our President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai. This is why we are here. Let me be on record. This is the national actor of Republic of Liberia that is the nucleus of Liberia. Go. Everything that Liberia needs to reflect on the historicity how Liberia was built, we have it here. but the central government have forgotten us. And we will continue to require who will speak. Mercy. And the war will hear us.
Coming from the executive.
I say, I don't know why the president chose to think about football academy right after the exit of the footballing president. President Boga had never, I don't think he even played in elementary school. To sit and decide that you're going to play a football academy, something that was being done by President Weah, who is celebrated around the world as who is celebrated in Africa. We think that is a serious challenge. That's a serious challenge. Everyone should watch that, because if this woman go ahead and build a football academy, and when he background in football after the exit of the football president, that clearly speaks to the fact that football was not a priority on George Weah.
A lottery approved by the legislature. If you spend $10 million on a government project, which institution funded it? It also lends credence to some of the things people have said, that some of the money hitting the budget. For example, they're spending $1 million for Foya Hospital. What's the population of Foya? $1 million for Foya Hospital, but there are more people in Basso. There are more people in McGill. So how do you allot money? There's a lot more money being spent for Kolahun Hospital. And there is also money being spent for current hospital in Zozo. So this year's budget spending almost $2 million on hospitals in Foya. Are they giving those money, in Lofa, are they giving those money to go back for it and spend it on other projects?
American, distinguished colleagues, I want to say good morning to every one of you, and thank God that we're in 2026. This is a very pleasant morning. All we can say, we want to tell God thank you for life. He has given us another breathing space. However, I am reminded of the conversation that was in the chat room yesterday, where the speaker validated that Cecilia Bokun is his biological sister. That leads us to the fact that Richard Kun, at this point in time, you should recuse yourself, that you have committed crime under our marital law, the domestic law of this republic, that incest is a crime. So until we get reasons why you marry your sister, I think you have lost legitimacy to preside as speaker. So it is just the right thing for you to recuse yourself. And one thing, there are a lot of colleagues calling me and say, you're from the fanatical blood, they fire, you're not supposed to be commenting, you're not supposed to be talking. There is not a no damn blood thing that we're talking about. We are talking about the credibility, the image of the House that represents every one of us, the legislature as a body. Do you know what happened? That a woman is claiming that she got a marriage divorce certificate from the Civil Law Court. The repetition of our judiciary is placed on a question. Now the executive is also placed on a question. The legislature is placed on a question. And the lives and the status of our Liberian brothers and sisters in the United States of America now being in danger. This is a grave allegation. I'm hoping that our dear speaker can do the right thing. I'm not talking about removal of Richard Kun. I'm only saying he should recuse himself, because they are also saying the woman fake document and blah, 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 blah. In the state of Delaware, you did marriage, and then now we have credible information. The documents will be available today that, pictorial evidences will be out that you did marry and you exhibited acts of husband and wife. And if those papers are provided today from now to 12 o'clock, I think Richard Kun will not be speaker anymore.
Now, what is the big news?
The big news in the corridor. Are you planning to remove the speaker?
But this is not a speaker house.
Are you one of those?
This place is not a speaker office. It's not a personal property. It's not anybody's personal property. Anybody who falls below the belt in terms of legislative proceedings or requirement, obviously it behooves the members to ask you to step aside.
Do you want the speaker out?
No, I'm saying to you now, if you perform below the belt, it behooves the members to say step aside.
Is the speaker performing below the belt?
No, he's performing.
Okay,
he's
so you don't want
performing.
him out.
No, I don't want. I don't want him. I'm saying he's performing until it is proven beyond all reasonable doubt that this speaker have done this, that required for us to remove it. Obviously, we remove.
So here is my promise to you, not as a politician, but as a Liberian who loves this country with everything I have. See
CMC will end corruption, not reduce it, not manage it, end it. CMC will create jobs, real jobs, jobs that let you provide for your family with dignity. CMC will build roads that connect our farmers to markets, roads that connect our children to school. CMC will put medicine in hospitals, so no mother ever has to watch her child suffer because some politicians stole the health budget. CMC will unite this nation. No tribe left behind. Competence over connection. One Liberia for all Liberians. But I cannot do this alone. CMC cannot do this alone. This movement, this revolution, it belongs to you. You, the student who dreams of a better future. You, the mother who prays for her children every night. You, the father who sweat this nation. You, the professional who is embarrassed by what Liberia has become. You, in the diaspora, who left because Liberia failed you, but whose heart never left home. This is your movement. This is your movement. This is your Liberia. So I'm asking you, no, I'm calling you to join us. Join CMC, not because we have all the answers, but because together we are the answer. Sign up, volunteer, donate what you can, share this message to your neighbors. Be the change you have been waiting for. 2026, the year of change. The year we stop waiting. The year we start to build. The year we take back what is ours. Liberia first, citizens empowered for the people, by the people. Happy New Year, my people. The awakening has begun. God bless you, and God bless the people and the republic.
These kind of words we live in today. I got a letter from Obama from his foundation. He sent me notes. And then he sent this note and then in the note it said President Obama. And so then somebody is telling me, why you always call George President? I said, I don't even like to talk to people like you. He said, why? I said, because we're not writing to people like you. I said, I got 3 different degrees. I'm meeting people globally. And in their mind, they know I'm on their level. That's why they're talking to me. If you went there, you got to wait in the car. I'm not talking to you on my page. Just find something else to do. I'm talking to President George. Didn't you watch the inauguration? Before they inaugurated this is called Donald Trump. Before they inaugurated him, they announced all the presidents called him president. I don't know where they were. People who asking me, they not watch that. Here comes President Bill Clinton. Here comes President George Bush. Here comes President Obama.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release a day. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, the children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend, the children have no food to eat. We got major headlines, oh, we got major stories. Hey, yo. is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines.
Indeed, we got major headlines, major stories in your area tonight. We'd like to say a pleasant good evening and welcome to the round table where we talk issues that matter the most to our beloved country, Liberia. I'm your host, William McGill. Tonight, we have a lot to talk about on the program, and trust me, it's definitely a fascinating presentation. Shortly, we will take a break, and once we get back, we will kick off with the program here on the round table. So my name is William McGill. Let's take this break to be right back.
Wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room, hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakwian Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakwian Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakwian Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakwian Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakwian Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakwian Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakwian Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakwianhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakwianhaircollection.com.
We would like to say welcome back to the program, and it's great that we are on here tonight, making sure we can bring you the very best you deserve. So this is the round table, and let me say good evening to Mr. Abu, and shortly we'll have Mr. Abu on the show this evening, as well as we are going to be hosting some executive members from NIMBO USA there. They are going to talk about a lot of issues in terms of their institution and things that are going to be happening this weekend. So all you can do for us is to share this live broadcast with someone to join us and be a part of it as we go ahead with the program. So let me welcome Mr. Abu and say good evening and welcome to the program, Mr. Abu.
Welcome, Bill. It's been quite a while. Thank you so much for having me come in on this program again. I know this is going to be a very beautiful program. I just got a call from the NIMBO executives that they will join us later so we can be talking on other things. And when they are ready, we'll have a shot at them. And we'll be talking about the program they're having tomorrow. NIMBO is the National Independent Movement for Boakai. It's actually a movement for the re-election of President Joseph Boakai. And we'll be going there by tomorrow. The program is tomorrow, okay?
Okay. All right. So let me just go ahead with a few things and let you set up, Mr. Abu. So basically, we will run through quickly with our today in history. Surrealist act makes a splash in London on today, the 11th of June, 1936. So French surrealist André Breton opens the London International Surrealist exhibition introducing the public works by Joan Mario, Max Ernst, and Marcel Duchamp, René Magritte, and other leading surrealists. So this is exactly what happened in history on today. And quickly, let's run to the BBC African news and bring you issues as usual that are happening across the continent Africa. Let me say kudos to uh, kudos to uh, Mexico. Right, today we had the World Cup opening, and they took a great lead over South Africa. I think our African countries that are going to the World Cup needs to do better in terms of the level of play. I was surely not impressed. But again, let's run to our headlines here on the BBC. Daily Sudan drone strike targets funeral procession. So rights groups accuse the RSF paramilitary group of killing civilians in El Obeid, a city on the civil war front. So that's exactly what happens there in Sudan. And Nigeria evacuates citizens from South Africa as anti-migrant sentiment rises. So Nigeria is the latest African state to repatriate citizens following reports of xenophobic attack there on their supporters. And really quick, let's take this too as well, coming in from sports. It says Atan to ref UEFA Super Cup after long that's losing World Cup role. So Somalia referee Uman Atan is appointed to take charge of the UEFA Super Cup match between Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, and Aston Villa later this summer after being denied a spot at the World Cup. So a lot is happening there, and that's exactly what we can say in terms of situation coming in from the website there from the BBC. So again, like I said on the show, we are going to be hosting members of NIMBO. These are serious minor institutions we are here to talk about, and we will be hosting members of NIMBO on the program to talk more, NIMBO USA, to talk more about their upcoming event there in the United States of America. So let's now talk about things that are really serious, right? Let me just take this video quickly as we want to talk about these things. We have few lawmakers that are stressing about the situation.
So Honorable Briggs, the press.
So thank you again. Thank you to the Fourth Estate for always helping to enhance our job, because whatever we do is we count on to flag off the issues. We did a communication to plenary. We said thank you to the speaker, the leadership, and our colleagues for always attaching importance to these issues that affect the Liberian people. I always say this: we don't work for ourselves, we work for the Liberian people. And issue of concern to the Liberian people must be our concern. We did a communication because there have been alarming issues. The Liberian people are very concerned about this drugs issue. I must say, the government of Liberia, our partners, and even the DA, and even the House of Representatives, we all have done well by coming up with good laws and also supporting the LDA to get to where it is today. They have been doing a very good job. And we pray that they will continue to do the good thing they have started. But if it becomes something that is alarming, we must bring it out to plenary. I think a few days, 19 million worth of drugs was being seized at the airport through a joint security operation. And the most alarming part of this issue is the drugs was being packaged and ready for cargo on SN Brussels. So if you like one of my colleagues said, the issue of packaging, I just imagine when you're traveling, you take your time and pack your things. So it's a process. I require a chairman to help you. put your bag together to do this. So it's involved a lot of people. And maybe even the suitcase when you pack it in your clothes stays to your house. So we may have a room filled again with trust sitting somewhere. And for the LDA, more than 72 hours to stay calm and be conceiving the name of those people and the people they are arrested is alarming. It's chaos. Because right now, when we sit, a lot of people helping us with the issue. You saw the American Embassy, the donation to LDA. The House of Representatives have been trying very hard to increase their budget. 15 or how many pickers were given to them. This one, you don't want anybody to think we are conceiving information, especially what was going to happen if the trust were going to leave for Liberia and maybe be sent to Brussels and is arrested there. Liberia are going to be in the news for the wrong thing. So why will you come to the public and conceive the name when other people were arrested with even $1 grand, with people even selling it, the little one is selling in the corner, arrested, place in pick up. A few days, you just saw 2 guys pick up. Right? And you take a whole consignment that will even collapse our whole country, and you conceiving the name. But thank you to plenary. I wish that we are going to be stating to plenary up there now, waiting for them to come, people and publish it, that the Liberian people will know who are those people that are endangering our country, the lives of our young people.
You listen to Representative Mama Briggs Mensa, and she literally stressed on key issues, right? As a nation, as people of Liberia, we are basically strong about the issue of coming to fight drugs in this country. And the thing about it is, we've had government that have come and try, and the issue of drug is of very major concern, not just for the government, but for the citizens in general. I'm saying this to say that the past government, there were a lot of complaints that was raised in the public, and you cannot arrest that amount of drug that you caught at the airport that was at a verge of leaving Liberia for wheresoever it was destined to be headed or to be sent to. And you come out, call a press conference, and you basically cannot tell the public who are those that are involved, who are those that you caught right-handed. Where are those people? I think if the government is serious to fight drug in this country, it shouldn't require how big your tattoo is if you are caught in the act. I remember a few months back, we had Bucky Raw, we had so many other people that were paraded the street, and Bucky Raw was caught with, according to DA, $40 worth of drug. And because of that, marijuana to be precise, because of that, he was dragged around to court, sent to prison, and the issue went to, the court and a Temple of Justice, one of those courts on the Supreme Court, and the matter was settled. If we are to be serious, and if we are serious, if the DA wants to be a very serious manner institution that will be fair to the public, that are ready to inform the public and tell them, oh yes, this is what we've got. This is how this thing is going. And come out and say, this is how far we've gone with the process. This is how far we've gone with the, investigation. If you do not want to inform the public, you shouldn't come out and have a press conference to announce to us that you've caught or confiscated a huge quantity of drug. You shouldn't have come out. You shouldn't have come out. You shouldn't have come out. But you came out. You came out and tell us that you've got this and you cannot disclose the name of those individuals. You know? Why? 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 DEA is doing their best, to be real. And sometimes I feel that in as much as they are trying with all of the support from the government to supporting partners and everything that is happening, I feel that most of their issues at times is about trying to build their own publicity and PR for whoever is the boss of the institution to remain there. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. That's how it has been. We have to be able to understand that if you are serving a public position, you are very much accountable to the public. You have to be able to tell these people that this is this. Tell the people that this is exactly what you're doing. You know, tell the people that these are things that are happening. Yes, of course. So we have to be serious. We have to be serious. We have to be very serious and make sure that we are headed somewhere. We have to. So, like I said, we are still here trying to make sure that we can have the team from NIMBO trying to join us on the program, and that we can be able to have such a great discussion in terms of how their event is going to be like, and basically focus on how we can be able to talk more about these issues. So, like I said, this is the roundtable where we have lengthy discussions of issues that matter the most to our beloved country, Liberia. And yes, that's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. We want to be a serious nation. And Look at the quantity of drug. Let me just bring this photo to you. Look at the quantity. Look. You can be a serious institution and you have these things happening, and without revealing these people identity, that's a huge quantity of drugs right there. So I think the lawmakers have also joined this call to be able to, have the DA coming out to say who are those behind such operation, and that we can have to understand how far is the process to in terms of whether they are behind bars or whether they flee the scene. The public needs to be informed, not to be left with thinking on how to sort themselves out with the information. So again, let me welcome Mr. Abu on the program. Mr. Abu, welcome back to the show. Your mic is muted. I think you need to unmute your mic.
Okay, thank you so much. And we just want to be very grateful to most of our viewers outside there from both Liberia, the United States, and other parts of the world. My name is Samuel Abu. I have been a co-host on this roundtable, but due to some circumstances, I've been away for some time and trying to gradually get back to it and trying to bring in tonight. We have the NIMBO executives who should be coming on. Jessey Phillips is is the national chairperson for NIMBO USA. NIMBO, those who are not doing, NIMBO is NIMBO, the National Independent for Boakai. And this organization, the vision bearer for it is Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives in Liberia, Honorable Thomas Fowler. And as I understand, he's currently in the United States. He came for the launching of the NIMBO program in the United States. If I can remember, it was launched in Monrovia some time ago, and now it's coming. So NIMBO is going to be a global organization, a movement to make sure that His Excellency Joseph Nyuma is elected for another term. They are still going to be here tonight. Tomorrow is the day that the launching is going to take place in Philadelphia. But I really want the chairperson, the national chairman, Jessey Phillips, to be here to say more about it. We are awaiting the program committee chairperson for the launching, Honorable Daniel Gayou, and also the publicity director, Honorable Success Minor. They are all going to be on this show tonight, and I really want them to be able to tell us more about this NIMBO. NIMBO is just another organization. It's not a political party, according to many of them, and so it's going to be running as a group here in the United States. We also have it in Australia. We are also going to be launching another one in Canada and another one in Europe. So this is going to be a very, very big movement. We are saying independent. It means that the government is not the one that is funding it. It is a group of people who are there. We have friends. We talk to these friends, even launching a 10 here in Philadelphia. For those of you to give some information earlier, we're going to have this program tomorrow at 7200 Glover Avenue, which is some people in Philadelphia, in Southwest Philadelphia, call it the Catholic Hall. And we have a lot of space, and everything is going to be given there free tomorrow, free food, free drinks, and also free talk. Come and let's talk about what NIMBO is. You are going to be part of NIMBO, and you are going to be a member of this NIMBO. As time goes on, we will start having it as a bigger organization. Somebody want to ask, how are you people going to be funded? Many other organizations are around, political parties and other things. We are not a political party. We are a movement to ensure that President Joseph Newman Walker is elected to a second term in 2029. We have many people coming on board. We are willing to answer some of your questions that you did not ask when they were launching it in Monrovia. We may have answers to some of these questions. And this program specifically is to talk about the launching tomorrow in Philadelphia at the Catholic Hall, 7200 Grover Avenue. And it's going to start at 7 o'clock. And as we said, on Saturday morning, there's also going to be a soccer match between NIMBO USA program, and also we're also going to have a football match against the Old Timers, POXA, Philadelphia Old Timers Association. We'll be playing against NIMBO, and what I understand, the Deputy Speaker of the House, Thomas Falla, is the one, as you see him on the screen, is going to be the one leading the squad for NIMBO. So NIMBO is not only for Liberia, NIMBO is also here in the USA. So while we wait for these people, and on Sunday, I think there's going to be a prayer service at one of those churches on Woodland Avenue in Philadelphia. And we have everything. We have the flyers going around. And I am just sorry that those who are responsible for the program chairperson, Honorable Daniel Gayou, who's responsible for this program tomorrow, he has not joined us yet. What I understand from the Blues is that Honorable Thomas Falla is already in the United States, and he is being received there in Philadelphia by the officials of NIMBO USA. And very soon, when things cover down, they'll be coming to just tell us a little bit about NIMBO and what is going to be happening. This program is being sponsored by them, and we look forward to them coming on. Bill, you can be talking about other things. I heard you talking about the drugs and other things, and maybe you can, I don't know what, I saw something today about the West African Examination Council and what they're doing and all these things. Many things been going on with the WAS exam that is taking place in Liberia. Few side attractions. At another point, I heard Muslim Congress, there was a principal or a deputy principal who was there giving answers to students or trying to read a question and giving answers to them in his language. And when he was reported by the police officer, they are leaving the main thing trying to say, oh, because the police officer is a Christian and therefore is in the Muslims Congress school, so he doesn't want to see the Muslim people pass the exam. So, but at the same time, the principal also is entrusted on academia to be the one to proctor this exam, to invigilate the exam, to be able to be the one to do this exam. Why must he be speaking his language? Anyone, because when I do not understand the language, I will believe that you are saying something that you do not want me to know. He speaks English, why he did not do that? And then other people are asking, oh, why do we have police officers in the vicinity of the examination? Yes, because the examination itself has become a law in Liberia and in West Africa as a whole. So because we have come across examination malpractices, fraud, and other things, and as long as we say it is the law that established this examination, the police officers are law enforcement people. So if they come around to say West Africa Examination Council has this contract with the police to make sure that they come around and stay around the police, they are not going to be the invigilators. They are not going to be the examiners. They are not going to be the one looking over the people. Okay? But what it's about is that these police officers are there to make sure that there are no malpractices. In fact, their presence will reduce the incidence of malpractices among students and in the various campuses. I don't think I want to sit down here to hear that there is a wide malpractice or examination fraud for West African Examination Council from Topman High, where I graduated from. I would feel bad. You know, we students would normally say when we were there, because you will always think that your days at the school were the best. And these days, things are changing. But if we have the police officers there, yeah, because many things are happening. I don't know. I'm not in Liberia now, but I believe there's something they used to say, William, how do they call it? When you allow you who invigilating or you who proctoring the exam, you give blind eye to people to see. I mean, for people to spy, for people to do malpractices, you know, you give blind eye. How do they do? Facilitation, to the point that the students even pay facilitation fee, you know, because they pay the fee to the invigilator so that when they are spying, they are talking to one another that they are not supposed to be doing, so that you will act like you are not even hearing them. As a matter of fact, you become the gatekeeper for them. You'll be looking outside to see whether the chief examiner is coming or not. And sometimes you even give them some of the answers, which is very wrong. That doesn't promote the examination. It doesn't promote the educational system in our country. And we need to get out of it, because after you go to school for 12 years, that is that one day or the few weeks that you are going to prove to us that you did learn something. The exam is not intended for you to fail, but it's intended to examine whether you really remember all you did. And they are not the topics of the exam are not coming from a curriculum that was not covered by you, or that was not given by the Ministry of Education or the West African Examination Council to the educational system. Your teacher should have covered it. And if you went to school good, you'll pass. Don't let anybody feel that these exams are not necessary. They are, because even in the United States, people do take exams. Even at a master's degree level, in many institutions, in the MBA programs, sometimes some schools, you have to write a research, and other schools, you have to take an exam to get an MBA. You have to take an exam. Okay, so these things, people must not be running away from exam. Of course, the educational system may be kind of different, you know, the way it is implemented, but everything comes as you should be able to learn something so that you'll be able to implement it when you go out there and to represent your school, represent your country, and to represent you and your family, you know. So that was just what I see. You know, so this is becoming a very big thing in Liberia. When exam time comes, the WAS time comes, you see everybody running. They say they are camping. Yes, it is good for students to camp to study together, you know, but they shouldn't be camping with the intention so that somebody will bring a paper to them and tell them, this question is coming, this question is coming. Students, we did it in school. We studied together. Even when I was at the University of Liberia, there were many times we studied together. Either we go to one of the students' houses, or we come right back on campus and go to TH, go to FQ, and those places we just stay together and sometimes study the entire night, you know. And this study sometimes is intended to show our preparedness. Sometimes you look at a question, sometimes you say, oh, this question, some people decide to sometimes review past paper, they review past papers. Where this question came in 2022, it also repeated in 2023. So it's highly likely that it may come back in 2026. You know, if you are doing those kind of analysis of your past examination papers, because that's why even WAS in the old days, during our time, the West African Examination Council, we used to call it WAEC, they used to sell the old examination papers. You go there, you buy it. So you'll be able to analyze, oh, this question came 1 year ago, it did not come this year, but it came after 2 years, the same question was repeated. Okay, and sometimes this happen because when they find out, when they are doing the correction of the papers, they find out that certain questions are not being answered in totality. So they will let people talk more about these questions in their classes, and they try to emphasize on it in the curriculum so that you'll be able to cover it. Then these questions do come back, for people to know, so these things normally happen. So I just want to say shout out to all of our brothers and sisters, our children who are out there attempting the WAS exams, and those who are in the areas of science, please shout out to you. Those in the areas of arts, we say shout out to you. Everybody may not have the same opportunities. Some schools have more facilities than other schools. Some schools were more interested in the social affairs. Students are in class these days. They are very busy on Facebook. They are busy on WhatsApp, on Snapchat, on this and that. Then at the end, when you want to pass the exam, yes, that's good. You pass the exam, but not when you are busy doing all of these things. Yeah, these are all the things I can tell them. But I know what are other things you have apart from this NIMBO?
Yeah, so a lot been happening, especially for news wise. But before I come out with what I want to say is just to make a few points too on what you say about the WAS issue. Like most often you will find schools and their instructors behind the student during the exam period trying to find a way that they can be able to go and answer the questions to the exam, which is something that is really, really bad. If you not trust the student what you've taught them over the past 12 years, why should you send these people to an exam to go and write the exam? I think is something that needs to be looked at thoroughly by WIC and the Ministry of Education. And I feel like maybe there's not that much harsh penalty for people that are caught in the act. So we will find these things happening. They will say you should pay flexibility fees, and certain amount the school gonna charge you. You got to pay that money across the board. Why? Student will be happy to paying it because they know at the end of the day, the institution will definitely follow them to answer these questions. So again, is a very serious thing, and it needs attention because we cannot always have people that would be walking out as the future leader of a whole nation, and at the end of the day, we can see any level of progress in what they're doing. But again, quickly, I also wanted to take a look at while we stay with our guest. I wanted to take a look at recent press statement by Moluba Molu concerning another protest against July 17. I think for me, organizing a protest by Moluba Molu should be something that he and his institutions should be able to, forget about now, because the first one was a bit okay. After that, every other protest he organized here wasn't that successful as the first one, and he haven't been given that space again to come and organize a protest that will be successful. And most of the things he's saying, it shows less important to the overall population of the country. You don't have a lot of people from the recent one he had. I was opportune to follow thoroughly. You didn't have a lot of people aside from some supporters of the CDC and some students of the University of Liberia that are also part of SOUP that were part of that organized protest. I believe one reason why he still continued with that was because he didn't want it to be a field protest, which of course at the end of the day is still end up to be one of them. I think Molu's attention now should be something driving young people attention to progress, instead of trying to organize protests and saying you want to call on government, that the people are sovereign, and a lot of different things you say. And one question I could personally place to Molu is that if you say people are suffering, what are some of the things you did as a party chairman and when you serve the CDC? Is it that you changed the system for the better, that the current government is trying to track whatever you make better, or is it that you had a worse system and you expect the current government to perform magic? We should be, serious about things we want to see happening, and we should also be people that can point out to things that we've done positively and say, yes, we did these things, and we expect people that are coming to be able to build on the legacy we've built. So I don't know who are those that are going to join Mr. Moba Molu July 17 protest again, but I feel that it's something that he really needs to put himself together. If not, tell himself that this protest now is not necessary, because Liberian people before are no longer the Liberian people now, and most people will not leave their daily hustle to find and means for they and their family to join you in the street for maybe 500 or 1,000 just to go and get yourself in danger at the end of the day. So exactly, that's one serious minor thing I wanted to speak about, and just say my own opinion about what exactly he should be doing now as an advocacy group.
Sometimes many people are looking at advocacy as a profession this time. So as long as when they get job, then they leave the advocacy. So sometimes for those kind of people, it's not a profession, but a career. So Moba Malu is like a career advocate, not a professional advocate, because it's only when he's not working. When CDC was running, he was chairman for CDC. He never protested one day. When other people wanted to protest, he spoke against it, that it was not necessary. Today, he talks about the things that he thinks that many people are going to be listening to him about. People are going to be talking about, oh, there are no jobs. Oh, the young people are there. And every statistics will know that the population of the young people in Liberia, maybe it's about 60 or above 60% of the population. But when you're looking at it, you tell us that there are no jobs. Yes, we have to look at several things we have to look at. Many schools are opening every day. I was surprised the other day that they told me that they got almost about more than a dozen institutions are offering master's degree, and some are already offering doctorate degree. The people who are getting a baccalaureate do not even have a job, do not even have jobs. Now, we go to tertiary institutions, MVTC, BWI, and all of these are coming out. Students are going there, they're studying, they're coming out with with careers in building, with other things. You go to Monrovia, when we are here, what we say, the people are really building Monrovia. Where are the people coming from working in these places where they are doing the building? The carpenters are there. It's the same young people that they train as carpenters, but they don't want to look for jobs. But then, again, just as Momo Ali said, a lot of people are also considering. You see somebody with a big market, with a big table market, selling it, and he tells you he's not working. So how do you compromise this when you tell me that you're not working and you have a table market that you leave from your house every day and come there to come and sell? So other people are doing other things every day. Then they tell you they're not working. What do they call working? Because that is where you get your income. That's where you spend 8 hours to 12 hours of your day. So when are you going to move from your market to go look for a job? What other job? You have to learn to be self-employed, because like when they came with the data that the government provided these jobs, no, it's not that government was employing people. Government enhanced the capacity of organizations to employ people. Because if a new company comes, the company tells us that they are going to provide jobs for Liberians, and these jobs are coming. But people do not want to go to look for jobs. Let's imagine they are making the roads from place to place. Let's imagine they are doing different things. Buildings are going on. Infrastructure, let's say the overhead bridge that they're making. I know they are employing people there almost like every day. They do employment there. But a lot of people do not want to go there. The young people want to work, but many of them do not have a job. They do not have a work or job culture in them. They don't have a job culture, That doesn't go even very far, down to even my young journalists. Some people just want to hold the phone in their hand, the thing, the microphone, or the headphone over their head, and they go everywhere. You ask them to even ask questions. They ask straight questions. Instead of coming to engage the newsmaker, they go to attack the newsmaker, because their mind is not open, their mind is not built to be able to interact with these people. Some of us stay out. We enjoy the attacks that go on in the Capitol building. Yes, it's not only in the Capitol building. You go to the British legislature, they do the same thing. Any of the European countries, you go South America, they do the same thing. Because it's a place where you bring ideas, bring heads of political institutions that always think that they can do best for their people. So when they come there, they are all going to be arguing, and some who do not have self-control will end up they start to throw blows and other things at each other. They start throwing invectives at each other, But then, let's look at it. The young people must be prepared and ready to work and have a culture of work in them. We go to Liberia. Certain jobs I may want to do in Liberia, but those jobs, you need to put food on your table. So you have to look at a job as something that can sustain you and your family, no matter how much they're paying you. We come here to America. You wouldn't believe that somebody who used to be a minister or a deputy minister, you see him standing in front of a Walmart just opening door for people and closing door, just to tell them, hello, welcome to Walmart. Hello, welcome to Walmart. But that is the job that he's doing. And that's what puts food on his table. And that's the job that the man does. And he takes that money to send it to build his houses in Liberia and to support family in Liberia. That's what he does. And we have people here who work in group homes, and if you look at it, the Liberian people they are very proud, and we do not see the pride in many of them. When we go back to Liberia, when you try to show that when you have some money, you start spending your money, who do not know where they come from doing America, they cleaning butt, they working in factories, they working in this, but that is where I am, and that is where I get my daily bread. That is where I pay my mortgage. That's where I pay my rent. I pay my everything. My bills here are almost 50 times the bill anybody can pay in Liberia. I do pay it here doing the same thing. When you come, you need to work. But in Liberia, we got so many free things that go on there. Things are very free. People go as far as 40 years old, they stay living in their mother and father's houses, They stay slave in their mother and father's house because they don't pay bills, But here, when you got to pay the bill, they tell you the only job they got to do is to tote cartoon. You tote the cartoon, no matter how old you are, no matter how professional you are. People come here, we do a master's degree. You get a master's degree, you still working in a group home. Dignity of labor is here. But in Liberia, the job if I go in Monrovia now and tell you where I got to be sweeping the streets, people do not have respect for these guys who are sweeping the street with the city corporation. People do not have respect for people who are doing these little jobs, who helping to put the trash into the truck. People tell you that trash can. And they bring that same attitude to people who are here in America. When we go back here, they tell us, "Oh, look at the man who was cleaning trash. He's the one they are made minister today. But that man was cleaning his trash, and he decided to go to school, and he qualified himself and went to good school. So Liberian people must come out from that thing to understand that every job that you can make money out of is a job that you should respect yourself for. I went to Liberia. I was surprised to see that women leave from place to place on Saturdays, asking people, "Oh, I can wash clothes. Can you please? Do you people have clothes? Do you have clothes for me? Do you have clothes for me to wash?" People go, "Oh, I can brush."
It's not what happens.
It happens there. And those are the kind of, but people who do that, some people who, even our friends who live from here, they go there, they don't respect those people. They don't respect those people who come to wash their clothes. Yeah, We go. Sometimes you work in the group home. The crazy people you work with, you help them to you wash their clothes. You know, you wash their clothes. You take it, you put it in the washer. You wash. You bring it. You tell them to fold it. Anybody who is a big person in government in Liberia who has traveled to the States, ask them the kind of jobs we do. There are many people who are here. What are they doing? They are Uber drivers. They are taxi drivers. You know, over there when you are driving keke, the man is driving keke. Then he tell you, "Chief, we're just doing that because we ain't get a job." Oh. You're riding keke. Then you say you don't have job. That is the one that is supporting your family. That is the one that is sending your children to school. Then you say you don't have job.
I think people don't understand the fact that you can be self-employed and you still do have a job. Aside from having an employer to pay you, you self-employed and pay yourself. You're not waiting for a month to end before you get paid.
Yeah, but we come to that. Some of the people too, if you do not have the money for people to pay you, if you have your own keke, you have to hold your own keke. Take that keke, the money you make daily, put yourself on salary. Put yourself on salary and tell you this is what you're going to make. You know, the savings we do, they do have their susu cards there. Put yourself on salary. Then you can consider that you are working. Don't touch it until the month end, then you take it out. You say, this is your choice. Then you take it and share it on your family. You buy your bag of rice, you buy your things. But many people are not business, they do not have a business mind, you know. But I really want to tell people, my fellow Liberians out there, please stop crying every day, no job, no job, no job. Create a job. Consider what you are doing as a job. You know, there were some people, and many people, when they start doing the jobs, they are not consistent and they are not respectful about it. Let's say there are some guys there who go, they pick up trash from people's houses to bring it on the road. But because people do not trust them, they take the trash from William yard and they drop it in my yard, you know. But if you decide to pick up the trash and be somebody that you want to do it. And when people know that you are a good person who pick the trash and bring it on the road, you see more people will start calling you and giving you contract to bring the trash on the road. You know?
Of course. You know? And we do have some reputable institutions that are taking that very seriously for, you know, the sanitation sector. So you register, they come every weekend, take your trash. But if you trust the guys that are in the street, they just take the trash from one person's place to the next person's place. And then you still have to call them to come and pick that trash up because they won't get little money. Like you said, Mr. Abu, we do not appreciate labor in Liberia. And again, people do not understand the difference that you can still have a job without being able to work for anybody. You can employ yourself and you be self-employed and make ends meet. But we all want to have something that we can go to when day break. If you don't go there, you have your boss calling you, or when month ends, somebody take their phones and pay you, then we know we have a job. We want to, you know, go for interview and then we get caught up and say you got a job before we understand that we all have something doing and we are working. Without the fact that you don't have an office that you can go to every time. Is it? I just ride in the bag here, or that because the country looking at it. Of course,
the motorbikes. When we were coming up, the motorbikes were for leisure, but today motorbike has been put up to the level contributing fully to the economy of the country. So why becoming a motorbike rider will make you think that you do not have a job? You know, you don't have a job. You know, then the girls, the women will be looking at their friends and making mockery of their friend. Don't mind the girl. She love it. That motorbike rider, she love it to motorbike rider. You know, the motorbike rider is doing a legal job, legally employing himself doing the job. You know, so what do you want? He must love to the people in the office who will be stealing the people money to give it to you. You know, we have to learn to respect people for every little thing they do. You know, we must let our mindset change from those kind of things. You know, You know, with the people, can you imagine people even mock their friends? Students mock their friends at school. You know, they make you feel so despondent about yourself. You know, the man. You see the boy that that grumpy seller children. You know, that potato green seller children. Why do you think that potato green they're selling, you depend on them. They sell it to you. You go in the market, you spend your money, you give it to them before they sell it to you. Because they are helping to sustain your life. Then you tell them, then you look at it. The women come, they look at the people. They made all kind of condescending statements about market women. You know, the market women, we the market women children. Those market women children. Why they start? That is something that those people doing.
Exactly. I don't know if we can take a break and we see if we can
Let's take a break.
Okay, let's take a quick break and see if we can be able to reach out to our guests again for the program quickly.
Okay.
Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% male human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
To say welcome back to the program, and it's great to be here. We still trying to get hold of our guests, and we can be able to have this discussion. NIMBO USA will be launching on tomorrow there in the United States in Philadelphia, and on Sunday, which will be the 13th of on Saturday rather, which will be the 13th of June, they will also have a soccer match against Pinsville Old Timers versus the NIMBO USA team there, and we're hoping we can have the chairman and his entourage of officials to be able to come on so we can talk about the event there in the US. We've been informed that Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala is currently there. And I don't know but let me see if I can bring Mr. Abu on the show back. And then we can go ahead to making sure that we can talk about these things. What is it NIMBO USA is about? They should be able to tell us, and who are those that can be able to form part of tomorrow's event, and who are those that can also become members of NIMBO USA. Like, we listen to a few of it, and the institution is not just about Liberia, because I think 2 weeks ago we saw that the deputy speaker was here, and basically they officially launched the institution here in Liberia. Is it early preparation that brings promotion? NIMBO is working towards making sure that basically they can be able to prepared early and be able to basically get hold of the 2029 electoral process. So we are basically here making sure that we can have them coming on to talk about it. And NIMBO, according to our own research and what we've gathered, is an institution making sure that President Joseph Boakai can get re-elected 2029, and that they can prepare everything possible. Some people, but the deputy speaker should just be able to create his own political party. We hoping to also have Mr. Jessey Philip. He's the national chairperson NIMBO USA. Success Anon, who is the national publicity director there for NIMBO USA, and Mr. Daniel Gayou. He's also the launching program chair for tomorrow's event. They all are to be able to join us on the program as we go ahead to speak about these things here on the run. Let's go ahead and also tell you that we are going to ask these questions that you want to know. You can also leave a comment while the discussion will be going on, and what exactly NIMBO is about. They will tell us, and why was NIMBO USA established. We also have NIMBO here in Liberia, and why was it established? We want to know, and and just more of everything. We will have to know about the institution. So that is it. Let's take a quick musical break with our team song, and once we get back here on the program, let's take this break. And Kakunyan Hair Collection is proudly one of our sponsors for the roundtable, and we're making sure to. So if you're there, you want to advertise your business, you can also reach out to Wizz TV, and we'll be able to give you the audience that we have. So let's take this. Once we get back, we hoping that we can have the team on, and we talk about these things that matters. And yeah, definitely. My name is William.
Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakunyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakunyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakunyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakunyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakunyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakunyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakunyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakunyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372.
We'd like to say welcome back to the show, and we have all of our guests on now. Let's say good evening to you, Mr. Success Minon. How are you?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the roundtable, and it's great to have you on tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be on your platform this wonderful evening. Thank you for the opportunity.
Firstly, let's get to know who is Success Mano.
Well, my name is Success Minor. I'm the head of publicity, media relations, and a liaison officer for the National Independent Movement for Boakai in the United States of America. And my role is simply to shape the discourse, to be able to tell the story of NIMBO to the general and our partners and those wanting to be part of NIMBO, to tell them the real story, what NIMBO is about, and how we can talk them into joining this citizen movement.
For people hearing about NIMBO USA for the first time, right? What exactly is the organization about? Like you said, that's your role.
Well, NIMBO is an acronym. Is the National Independent Movement for Wakai, and our vision bearer is Honorable Thomas P. Fowler, who happens to be the Deputy Speaker for the House of Representatives. NIMBO is a legitimate citizen movement. Our vision bearer thought it wise to put patrons together to be able to support development. So you see, NIMBO is structured in a way that people from everywhere can be part of NIMBO. From any political party, we are a political movement. We are not a political party. We rally citizens to be able to support development, to support positive initiative in our country. You know, for us, we're not good at that. We're only good at politicking, saying the evil, saying the worst thing about our own selves, saying the worst thing about our country. So our vision bearer thought it wise that this time around, let us rally citizens from everywhere, every walks of life, to be able to support development. In his mind, he believed that this government, under His Excellency President Joseph Newman Boakai, is doing extremely well, especially when it comes to putting us on the international scene. If you go back home, roads, like in his mind, like he's doing well. He's trying to put our country back on the map where we used to be before. So now he's trying to rally citizens who believe that the president is doing well, but then you are now a unity partisan, you are now a sedition, you are not a PLP, you are not for any political party. Okay, but then since you're not for any political party, come and join NIMBO, because NIMBO will help you to be, will help you support the initiative, the developmental initiative of this president. So that's why our vision bearer thought it wise that we all should come together to see how best we can support the developmental initiative of His Excellency President Joseph Newman Boakai.
And just to add up, NIMBO itself is for people who support the developmental strand of President Boakai, and it's also for people who are sitting on the fence. Because you will still hear people telling you, since I was born, I never joined any political party. So you do not belong to any political party because you do not want to cut up when your political party loses power. We want you to be in a movement where you are supporting an idea that will move forward. When we call it an independent, it is not the Unity Party that is sponsoring the NIMBO. We put our own money together. Like this program that is going to be in Philadelphia, we made our own contributions to rent the hall, to be able to pay people. We're going to have free food and we're going to have a lot of things. We paid our own money. President Boakai gave us no money. Thomas Fowler gave us no money. We do not have anybody giving us money from Liberia. Okay, so this is the kind of movement that we want. We want Liberians to get involved in the development of their own country. Maybe the next one will be, let's put some money together to see how we can sponsor a road. Let's put some money together. Liberians must learn to make some money to make their own contribution. Like most of the times when I go to Liberian functions, some people say, all this money will pay. At the end of the year, sometimes they tell us our remittances to Liberia goes into millions. Okay, but then where does the money go? Into different packages, different families. But in case we take this money, we all Liberians that are in the diaspora, we decide to put $10 together per year and we send it to our government. We cannot sit down here and just be criticizing the government that the government is not doing this. Oh, they don't know what they are doing. They're doing something, but something is happening. They say put your mouth where your money is. You know, we cannot just be criticizing. You know, many people who talk do not even we don't pay taxes to the government. We said we wanted dual citizenship. Dual citizenship came, but we are not paying taxes to Liberia. You know, we cry sometimes when you decide to ship your OO things. When you reach to the port, then they take all the money from you as taxes. Then you start crying. But you look at Americans. Most Americans who were born in America, when they go abroad working, they still pay their taxes because at the end of the year, they want to do something. But this is not what we're talking today. Today, we want to say the National Independent Movement for Boakai is a movement that is not a political party that sponsors itself, so that we'll be able to put people together, we'll mobilize people to appreciate what the developmental needs of President Boakai, so that we can re-elect him for 2029. So we want everybody to get involved. But Success, what are the programs lined up for tomorrow? Let's go to that.
Well, today happens to be our meet and greet. Today, Thursday, the arrival of guests, people coming from the cells we built in the shortest possible time, because NIMBO came to being last year, and then we're able to build like 14 cells from 14 different states already. So today is our arrivals from different states. I came from Minnesota. We're expecting people from Maryland. We're expecting people from Delaware, New Jersey. So tonight is our meet and greet and arrivals of our delegates and guests that are coming to attend our NIMBO USA launch and the installation of our officers, our code of officers for NIMBO. So tonight is meet and greet. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we will be launching NIMBO in Philadelphia here. So we extend an invitation to all of our neighboring states that are around here, wherever our members are, and wherever every Liberian that mean well for the country, every Liberian that mean well for this government. If you know within yourself that you can be a seditious, you can be a UPS, you can be from anywhere, that you know within yourself that this government is doing well, the invitation is yours to come and join us to launch the National Independent Movement for Boakai in the United States. So tomorrow we'll be launching NIMBO at 6 o'clock in Philadelphia here. And then on Saturday, we have a soccer match already playing with Pennsylvania Old Timers at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll be on that soccer field where the vision bearer himself will be captaining the team. He will captain the team and then push us to Posa to go and take on them in the soccer game. On Sunday, we will now move on to the church to go and tell God thank you. And then we will go for our Thanksgiving service. After the Thanksgiving service on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then Sunday evening will be our barbecue. We'll be having our Sunday evening barbecue or farewell barbecue, where members of NIMBOs and then lovers, well-wishers of NIMBO will come and just pop in, eat one or two sticks of meat, and then to bid farewell to our vision bearer who will be heading to Canada and Australia to launch NIMBO there. So these are the activities that are lined up for this weekend. Tonight is meet and greet, tomorrow is launch, Saturday is soccer game, and then Sunday is our Thanksgiving service and barbecue.
Quickly from my end, Success, how has the public there responded so far to the upcoming event on tomorrow?
Well, so far, our team on ground, they've done extremely well. Kudos to Mr. Zwana Washington, the legs of Madam Rhoda Reeves, like all those that are on the publicity team, the planning committee, they've done extremely well. They've crossed their marks to invite people. The people are in high spirit for this event tomorrow. There will be no money collected, no fronts, because the people themselves put their money together. If we're having to show you the contribution of Liberians in America that are supported the initiative tomorrow, you'll be surprised. People put their monies together. People send money from everywhere because they want to see people gathering to support development. They want to see our Liberian people saying good things about their country, saying good things about their government, saying good things about their people. That would not stop you from saying the wrong. If something happened, if something is not right, we all will come together and say, hey, this is not right. But when it is right, let us go back again and say, yeah, this is right. And then we appreciate that. So the people are in high spirit. And then tomorrow we are expecting a very massive tenor in our hall. Everything will be absolutely free. There will be free drinks, free food, free entry tomorrow to launch our national independent movement for Bwakai in the United States.
And this will also be an opportunity for many Liberians who have not interacted with the Deputy Speaker. He will be open to answer some questions, both for NIMBO and maybe you want to talk about what the government has achieved so far. You have an opportunity to talk to him. And this will happen also in the hall and also on the football fields. The field is on Limber Boulevard, which is in Southwest Philadelphia. And the hall is at 7200 Grover Avenue. Many people who live in Philadelphia will know it. And right, for those who do not know, the meet and greet is going on now. For right now, the vision bearer, Honorable Thomas Fowler, is at the somewhere on Springfield Avenue, and they are somewhere at those in Philadelphia who know where the Dunbar Valley is. They are going to be there. But let's understand that this is an official of our government. He did not come to fight us. I mean, if you decide to listen, you engage him, you get the information better. We know we are here. Many people believe that many things are not going on well. But if you have an opportunity, we'll provide a platform for you to meet with him, provided we remain respectful and we remain very respectful and understand that that's an official of our government. You may not like him as Thomas Fowler. You may not like him as Deputy Minister, Deputy Speaker, but he's here as a guest of NIMBO, and we are all going to be there to provide the support for you. So we look forward to seeing all of you. As of tonight, you can start coordinating. Our membership continues to swell every day. I think the other day I heard that our membership has already gone to 300 plus, and we are looking forward to even having thousands and thousands of people joining NIMBO. You know, as we start establishing branches in various states. So, Mr. Minor, we do have a branch already in the Midwest, right?
Yeah, we got a branch. We got a branch in the Midwest area.
The Midwest, New England.
New England.
One quick question,
yeah, we already
right?
got 14 cells set up already for this movement, and then so this is our first launch. So we look forward to seeing everybody. If you cannot, if you cannot make it this year, hopefully by next year we'll plan something. You'll be able to, you'll be able to make it this year. But put NIMBO on your mind. Put NIMBO everywhere you are. Tell the people NIMBO's story. We are not just a political movement. We are not just talking politics. Sometimes we do talk politics. And, we talk politics about, elections and stuff like that. We're not just merely missionaries for politics. We are here to articulate the developmental agenda of President Joseph Newman Boakai, to tell the people how this president is succeeding in our country and to be able to sell our country to the world.
One quick question for you, Success, before we can try to wrap it up. And it will be, right, the institution is about rallying support for the re-election of President Boakai. So with the level of membership that you guys are building around the world, it said that these Liberians are going to come to be able to vote President Boakai back, or is it the support that the organization is going to give so that the president can be able to adequately fund his campaign process?
Oh, that's a very nice question. So all the cells we're building around the world, I mean, there is nothing we can do in our country with our support coming from abroad. There is nothing we can do. We ourselves can go down. Sometimes when things are really good with you, I know thousands of Liberians that can leave from this country during election time, go down to go vote. Aside from you going down, they got family members, they got brothers and sisters, they got people who they know, they got people in this country that got influence in Liberia, and they would tell them, hey, you have to do X, Y, and Z. This is why we are, and then they will be able to sell the idea. We're not imposing this NIMBO agenda, this NIMBO idea on anybody. We're not forcing you. We're not like trying to take, so if you not vote NIMBO, we're not sending you money. No. We'll sell this idea to you. You will see the reason to support development in your country. You'll see reason to be able to come out and say something. So all these Liberians we're riding around, we're riding with their support. We need your support. Honestly speaking, we need your support. We need your votes, and we need your influence that they have in our country for them to be able to tell people about NIMBO, sell our organization to your family members, sell it to your friends, sell it to your colleagues, all those you worked with yesterday that that you have good rapport with. Sell NIMBO to them, and then they will be able to make their own decision. Mr. Abu, you want to add?
Well, it is not about you sitting on the fence. Come over, join us. If you appreciate what President Boakai is doing for Liberia, come and join us. Do not sit on the fence and tomorrow you say, oh, they did the job. I mean, after winning the election, you say it's just about people that they know. Get yourself involved. One day we'll do something. Let's keep working. If you're in Maryland County, if you're in Delaware, if you're in New Jersey, you're in Philadelphia, we call on you to come join us. Maybe when you come to the program, you will see what we are talking about. You will see what we are going to do. Please come. We know you do not like President Boakai, but come and join us. Maybe you can understand. The closer you become, the better you understand. Because after Boakai, we want it to be another Boakai. After Boakai,
how can an interested person there in the diaspora in America join NIMBO? Is there a way? Do you guys have any office? What are the process?
So it is as easy as ABC. We right now we got our social media pages. Our social media pages are very active, and then we take people information from there. We got a very big messenger chat room. Those are on the internet. We got a WhatsApp chat room for people. We take their numbers. Personally, we'll put them in the chat room right now. If I tell you, our chat room membership is swelling up like every day. Go on our page. You will see since the inception of our Facebook page, we got about like almost 2K followers on our Facebook page and stuff like that. So I know that if anybody want to be part of NIMBO, and you get the numbers, come over, get to somebody who knows somebody from the hierarchy. We'll try to announce the numbers tomorrow. If you will be there tomorrow for our launch, if any other TV station will be there, we announce those numbers on the air. If you want to be part of NIMBO, you can call that number, and then we'll be able to pick your call and ask you for your particular, and then put you in our chat room.
Thank you. Quickly, is there anything else, Mr. Abu, you want to say before I give my...
No, the best thing I can tell people is please come and join NIMBO. If you can't join NIMBO USA, you can join NIMBO Liberia. For NIMBO USA, we make sure everybody is on board. As soon as you join, Success will come in or Gayou will come in and welcome you, and everybody will know that John Brown has joined. Except otherwise, if you tell us, no, I don't want my name to be announced, okay? But once you do anything...
Are there benefits of joining NIMBO?
Well, the best benefit is that you are joining a group of people who have the same idea to help congratulate and to help for the building up of Liberia. That's the benefit you get. Okay. We're not going to be paying you. No.
Mr. Mano, are you there? If you're there, we can quickly get your final message and you could share with the public regarding tomorrow launching program. I don't think Mr. Mano is on. Okay. I don't think he's on, Mr. Abu.
Well, we can just we can go back to that advertisement until he comes on and give his final one.
Okay, no problem. Let's take this very quickly.
Online store. Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence.
Good that we have you back. I was saying, right, Mr. Mana, before...
He's muted. He's muted.
he slipped off. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why. But let's take this break and see if he can reconnect.
Wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no.
So we still hoping that we can get Mr. Mano on. I don't know what is the issue, or maybe he's busy now. Yeah. So we just want to have his parting comments, and then we can wrap it up from this end. So this person says, the National Independent Movement for Boycott, NIMBO, officially announces its establishment and subsequent structural expansion. The movement is dedicated to advancing the national development agenda of His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boyka Sr. and securing his mandate for the 2029 presidential elections. Institutional genesis and regional, almost like this person is giving a history of NIMBO. So yeah, Mr. Abu.
Yeah, there's a young guy in Liberia, Abraham T. Yuan. I think he's on the show now. I think he's monitoring the program, and I think he says he has a very good music for NIMBO. Maybe we'll try to contact him and see what's going to happen. So we'll take some time, and we can find since we can't find I think he's having Minor is having a little problem maybe with his internet. He just traveled to Philadelphia from Minnesota, and we're looking forward to doing the program. But just a little wrap up to say that tomorrow evening we are going to have the launching of NIMBO USA, and on at the 7200 Grover Avenue, and on Saturday we're going to have a soccer match between NIMBO USA and the Pennsylvania Old Timers Association, POXA. And right after that, we'll have a lively Saturday afternoon where we'll provide an opportunity for many people to have discussions with a vision bearer, Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler. They will be talking to him, and he'll be able to give an update on what is happening in the government to many Liberians who will be interested. And also on Sunday, there will be a Thanksgiving service, and after that, the Thanksgiving service in the afternoon, there's going to be a cookout to say farewell to our vision bearer before he leaves for Canada, where he's going to launch the other one. And we are calling on all of you who are in Philadelphia, those who are in New York, Newark, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, D.C., we're calling on you to come and join us, and we know you are not going to regret. So we'll say thank you, Bill, for hosting NIMBO today, and we look forward to having more interactions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abu, for coming on, and we hope that we can have you guys most often on the show to talk about issues and development there within the organization. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
So he's Mr. Samuel Abu, and he's been here. We've been talking more about NIMBO. Let's take this break. Once we get back, wrap it up on the program. Right here.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release a day. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now.
So you listen to Success Manon and Mr. Samuel Abu. They've been here talking more about tomorrow's event there in the United States of America, Pennsylvania, where NIMBO USA will be launched, and Honorable Thomas Father, Deputy Speaker, will be the chief launcher of that program on tomorrow. We also spoke about the drug situation today. The officer in charge said a few suspects, like 6 persons, was arrested, and for security reason, their name cannot be disclosed. Interesting country. While other were paraded all around here for taking $40 drug around, but again, it's been a very great presentation. We like to bid all of you a pleasant good evening from Liberia. My name is William McGill. Thanks for following, and thanks for being there. Bye-bye.
Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Your search is finally over. Welcome to Queen Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human design to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.